Attention! Did you know you could turn your Windows 11 into a Windows 13 with a modern and futuristic interface? But do you know what's the best and most sensational, super iconic thing? It's not just about looks, you also get better performance, lower RAM usage, and it's much smoother. Hey, and guess what? And best of all, we'll do it in just a few minutes. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to another segment here on Pimping Your Desktop, alright? Where all the imagination, and creativity for our Windows desktop will break out of the ordinary. Alright, you already know legendary tools that we've been using in every video for pimping your desktop. Head over to your browser and we're going to visit two websites that I'll leave for you down below in the video description. One of them is WinRAR, alright? And on the other hand, we have Explorer Plus Mica. Remember to give proper credit to this awesome creator since they help make our Windows desktop a lot less boring than the usual traditional ones. Alright, let's download this repository. We click here, scroll down to the bottom and go to Releases. Once we have this file, go back to WinRAR and click here on Download. Once you have both of them, you can minimize or close this since we won't be using the Explorer, or rather the Cape browser anymore. Let's close it and go to the File Explorer. Once it opens, pay attention, we go to the Downloads folder. Before we start with this whole transformation, I want you to know that you'll also need a third ingredient for this nice cocktail we're making. You're going to need what's called the so-called Windows Dash or WinLT folder. This little zip file is going to help us achieve what you saw at the beginning, the thing that really caught your eye, right? You loved it, you really loved what you saw. Alright, let's close. Well, actually, sorry, I'm going to minimize it. And Victor, which version of Windows are you using? Because, let's see, I don't think it's 24H2, right? Because lately things have been very volatile. No? Relax, wait. It's a Windows 11 distribution. Let's go here to the search bar, let's go to WinVer. And you already know, you have it right here. I'm going to go here to the section. We have version 24H2 in its latest build. The one that, well, you know, comes out on the second Tuesday of every month. So if you want to have the most optimized ISO, and above all, the most up-to-date one with the latest integrations, I invite you to join our groups, either on WhatsApp or Discord, alright? Because there you'll also find the latest builds, just like in the post section of the YouTube channel, alright? Here it's showing up in a zoomed-in way, so you can see everything we're posting on the channel. Since if you don't want to join any of the groups, whether on Discord or WhatsApp, you can just go to the YouTube posts section and find the download links for the materials along with all the awesome stuff we're sharing here on the channel. Alright, let's go ahead and click accept here. Once you've seen this, okay, so Victor, does this also work for previous versions? Yes. It works perfectly for Windows 11 23H2, Windows 11 22H2, and Windows 11 21H2, alright? In case you want to use it on a Windows 11 LTCC version. It also works, Victor, does this work for Windows 10? Well, it does work, yes, but unfortunately the modes won't adjust correctly since this is designed for Windows 11 versions. If you really want us to do something for Windows 10, even though it's about to, say goodbye, and well, Microsoft is sending it to the, to the drawer, to the grave, then well, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Done. Now let's go back to File Explorer. We're going to unzip the two folders we have in zip format. The one with the modes, right-click, select Extract, all, and then click Extract. Perfect, there we have it. Close that, and now let's go here to Release x64, right-click, and select Extract All. And click Extract. Once we've finished this part, we close it. Now we're going to install our beautiful Dark Eagle, yes, the Eagle's Dark version, the good friend and loyal companion of the Owl. Alright, let's run it with administrator privileges. Let's click Yes. minimize it. And here we have the installer. Here, well, I'm going to click OK. Next, we install. Very well. Once we have our WinRAR properly installed, we click yes to run it, open it right away, and then click finish. Once we have this done, very good. Hey Victor, now what do we do? What should we do? What is the next step? It's very simple. You're going to go here, to explore, and we're going to type in the modes we're going to use, which in fact will be just three, since it's a lightweight desktop and we don't want to overload the services. Hey Victor, when you change the appearance of our windows and allocate more cache memory, you're going to make it super slow, right? No, I want to show you my processes, okay? I'm going to right click, go to Task Manager, minimize WinRAR, and then go over here to the processes section. I want you to notice we have 167 processes and 2,301 sub-processes, okay? As for RAM memory, just to clarify, right now it's using 6.3 gigabytes. But let me tell you, that's not the fault of WinRAR or anything we've installed. It's because right now, Windows 11 in its latest version is running things a bit more, heavily, which requires a certain level of optimization expertise. If you want to optimize your Windows 11 to get the most out of it, I invite you to check out the channel. And I'll also leave you 2 videos in the post where you'll be able to reduce processes, sub-processes, and memory cache, so your Windows 11 feels as fresh as lettuce. That's right. You'll be able to boost your Windows 11 by 300%. Alright? Very well. But anyway, that's another tutorial. I'm going to close this. Even though right now I want you to keep those parameters in mind, even though I've just injected WinRAR and now I'm going to enable some modes, let's see if anything actually increases. Or if my resources get even more drained. Well, let's see. I'm going to close this. You've already kept that in mind. I'm going to open my WinRAR, and now remember that I'm going to leave this in a YouTube post, okay? Quickly. Look, let's see. When I say I'm going to leave it for you directly in a YouTube post, I mean that on Google, or on YouTube, you type Ozbugger since you're already watching this video. You just have to click on the owl or the nickname, and once you're inside the channel, go to the post section. Within the post, obviously there are several, but I'll put it directly in one of the videos just as an example, okay? You can look for the modes here, or you can simply go to the one that says give Windows 11 a new look and customize it within these modes, okay? Whichever one you want. Obviously this video will already be in that playlist. You'll go to the video description to see more. And here I'm leaving a link that says download the codes and wallpapers from here. Careful, you have to expand it, guys. You go to the post. And a lot of people tell me, hey Victor, that's not true. You're not leaving any link, you're not leaving the modes or what you wrote or what we need to pimp our desktop. Look guys, we click here on more and it will expand to show everything we've left, including a brief summary of what each mode or parameter will change. And here are the modes for each one, why it's used, what we implemented it for, and here is what I'm going to write. Plus, I'm also leaving you the direct link there so you can download the resources, both the modes and the wallpapers. It couldn't be any easier. Normally, in previous videos, we had this, in the Discord group, right? Or especially in the forums we have there. But in case you didn't want to join the group, I put it in post for you. Okay? Wherever you want to find them, you'll have them there. Alright, let's go back. First, we're going to look for the taskbar, hide, and icon mode. Okay? Here it is. This is the iconography and the textured part of the taskbar. Here it is. We're going to click on details and then click on install. We click on accept risk and install. Oh la la, tasty, right? Well, it's already installed. Now, obviously, we go to advanced and then here to mode settings. We're going to delete this here, and beforehand, you go to the file explorer. We go to the folder where we downloaded Windows WLT. Double click please, double click again, and we're going to select the one that says taskbar, iconography, and size. This one, please, let's double click on it. It's a tiny small mode that you're going to select from here upwards. Right click on it, then click copy. You can close this now. We go back to WinHack, right click here, select paste, and then save. Did you see? It modified something. Maybe it's not easy to notice at a glance, but the truth is, it did make a change. It flickered a little, right? If you noticed, and you're very perceptive, all right? Now let's go back to Explorer. And now we're going to change the mode. We're going to change it to the task filer, right? Or what is actually the taskbar. Directly, just copy and paste from the post I already shared with you about the modes. And it's this one. Don't get confused because a lot of people use the background. That's something else that also helps you style it. But well, obviously this tutorial isn't about that mode, but about this one here. We click on details and then install. We accept. All right, I just finished installing what is the mode, and now we're going to click on advanced. There we go, we have it here now. We delete what's directly in the mode. Once it's deleted, we go to the file explorer, and now it's time for this one, taskbar fog mode, that wide mode, that beautiful bright whitish look that we love. Well, with a matte style, right? Or matte style. We double click here. Very good. And it brings up a whole code, don't be scared. You're going to select it with Control plus, oh yes, E or Control plus. A, depending on how your key combination is set up, you know the cheat sheet already, right? And we press Control C, or, another way would be to click select all in here and then copy it, right? You minimize it, we minimize it, and we paste it here with Control V, or right click paste, and then we're going to click save. Oh, very nice. Did you see that? Did you see how beautiful it is? Hey, how beautiful, guys. This is turning out finger-licking good. And that's the truth. Well, I like it. I love it. You have no idea how much. Perfect. That's it. Very good. Now for the final touch, the finishing touch, that secret recipe from Grandma, let's go here to the Explorer. Let's close with the X button and move on to the next method, folks. For the next method, I'll also leave it in the post, and you just copy and paste. You just copy and paste, all right? It's that simple. Done. We find this next method. Click on Details, and then click Install and Accept. See that? Isn't that amazing? But really, what a marvel. All right, it's that simple. Now let's go to the advanced section and delete exactly the same thing. We delete the mode conversion, okay? We select it, delete it on pass, and then go to Notepad. This section here, we can close it now. We won't be using it much more. And now we go to the Start menu, all right? Double click, and the same as before, go here to Edit, okay? Select All or press Ctrl plus E. Then Edit, hit Ctrl C to copy. That's it. Minimize, right click and paste. Easy, right? Let's load it. Or rather save it. Easy. There, it's already applied. Really, Victor? Really? Of course, we can close this now. Let's click the Start button here. Ho, ho, ho. Look how glorious this looks. It looks beautiful, guys. We could even say this is the famous Windows 13, right? All the mods are customizable, okay? If you want to learn how to do that kind of, conversions, styling, or especially customization of the Windows graphical environment, I invite you to join as a Platinum or Elite member of our community. You can find me on Lovely Coffee, and I'll be waiting for you there. Give us a juicy like, okay? And follow us. Well, that's how it is, guys. Just a heads up, please give proper credit to the authors of all these mods, and of course we've also implemented some of these mods from the internet because they've gone viral, especially among those of us who customize Windows environments in different GitHub repositories, on Reddit, or in various internet forums. However, sometimes those WinRAR mods aren't compiled correctly, and they can cause errors on your PC. In terms of losing information, no, but you might experience issues like the Start button freezing, the taskbar, constantly flickering or your session just opening and closing repeatedly. But that's due to a poor implementation when compiling the mod, right? Or because of the code of the mod itself. That's why here at Owicron, what we do is first select it, see how, using the tools we already work with and the way we program the mods, we really do a thorough, very thorough, extremely thorough configuration in different scenarios, both in physical and virtual environments. And then we present it to you so you won't have any problems, okay? Unlike in other videos where they don't tell you this, right? Now, just to be clear, what I'm saying here is that it won't cause any errors in your Windows. As long as it's a version that's what? Factory default. A Windows that hasn't been styled, customized, or modified. This has been tested directly on an official Microsoft ISO with no customization, no registry modifications, nothing you can imagine. Alright, now, but Victor, the million-dollar question. Wait, what a cool start button. What a beautiful taskbar. And well, this also changes part of the notification center. Everything looks nice, it looks stylish. Yes, it looks nice and stylish. But I'm missing something important, Victor. I'm missing this. And the white papers are missing. Yes, I know. The white papers are missing. The white papers are missing. So you just grab it here, put it here. We press Ctrl X or right click and cut, and we move it to an image folder, a subfolder or subdirectory, whatever you want. You paste it here. And let's give it the first white paper ever. Right click. Set. Oh la la, guys. Isn't it beautiful? How nice. Now, Victor, hey, there's one thing. Yes, what's the thing? We want the theme to be saved so I can select it and then use it in different scenarios. Of course, no problem at all. That's why it's important not to leave the images at the root like I did. I did it the other way just now, but it was for this purpose. Let's create a folder. Here called Windows Theme 13 Lite, okay? You can name it whatever you want. We put the white papers inside. For what purpose? With the next one, we close it. Let's right click and go to Settings. Within Settings, we go to Personalize. Within Personalize, we go to the Backgrounds or on Section. And instead of image, we want a slideshow, a carousel, and we're going to select a specific folder. That's why I put everything together in one folder. Here it is. We're going to select it so that my images change every minute, every 10 minutes, however you want. All right? There we have it. Now then, what else is really cool? I'm going to close what is the configurator, and we're going to right-click, go to Taskbar or Taskbar Management. And we're also going to style it a bit more. In what way? For example, I go here to Taskbar Icons or Taskbar Behavior itself, right? And if you want this not in the center but on the left, you can do that. You choose how you like your windows best, okay? All right. I do this because honestly, I like to change it up and see how it looks and all that. Now then, I'm going to close this. Oh, but that's it. Done. I'm going to click, and I'm also going to add some icons, okay? To my start menu. I'm going to right click. Here, Start Settings. And in the Start Settings, we have this here. I remove all of this, okay? I don't want it to show up, but I do want Settings, the File Explorer, Downloads, why not? And shared folders to appear. Why not Network as well? Let's see how it looks here. Did you see that? It gives you a whole new bouquet. All right? Not bouquet, not bug. Bouquet, like when you taste a good wine. All right? That's it. And with this, guys, we finished the lovely customization of our windows. No, that's not true, Victor. Oh, why not? You're missing the pretty acrylic file explorer. Yes, that's true. I'm missing that. Go to Downloads. Now we have our nice relays from plus Mica, okay? Take that little folder, press Ctrl X, and move it to your local disk C to the root of the desktop, all right? Sorry, to the root directory. Double click, please. Double click again. And let's do what? To register it, all right? Right click, run it. More information, run. Yes. Close. What could have happened? Close Notepad. Yes. Let's go to the Explorer. And there it is. And while this can be made much wider, yes, just by double clicking here, you go to Explorer plus Mica here, and here in settings, we click on open with Notepad. And here you can play with the parameters. In this case, here it has 255, 255, 255, right? Light part, because we're making a theme based on the white part on the white side, right? So the dark part doesn't, right now, but it doesn't show up here. Let's set, 75 here, okay? Also here, let's put 40, for example. No, also 75. So I'm going to set 75 for everything, all right? And let's see what happens. All right, 75, that's it. And 75, done. We go to File, click Save Rates, close. And now it won't look so white, it'll look more transparent. If I close this and open it again, did you see how it looks now? With a kind of subtle shadow leaning towards black, but not completely black, okay? We have the best of both worlds. Play around with those contrasts, all right? Play around with it. I think you're going to love it, all right? Didn't you like it? Just set the parameters back to the system defaults. And that's it. It's fixed. In a snap. Did you see that? It couldn't be any easier, guys. Then we just close it up again. Well, with this, guys, we hope you enjoyed, well, not directly, this nice cocktail we brought you on Pimping the Desk. It's been a while since we uploaded a Pimping the Desk video. But there's a bonus, just like in every video, folks. Just like in every video. And I'm gonna show it to you right here. There you go. Welcome to Coffee. Guys, so you can treat the bosses to a nice coffee and a good bone, both Kirita and cappuccino, okay? We have coffee. This is the new profile where you can make a donation if you'd like, in case you enjoy our work. But we're also going to offer exclusive content. Actually, you can already see some sneak peeks here. There are some really great things. There are also memberships. There's something for everyone. I'm going to maximize this a bit, so you can see what benefits each one offers, okay? Obviously, Platinum members get some very interesting perks, but the best part is this, the interactive streams, alright? Now then, what does each membership include? Here. What you're seeing right now, members don't just get the learning experience, okay? They'll even get this same, now polished, interface and the Pimping Your Desktop setup in an installable ISO, already with some nice extras included. They'll get it with optimization resources, and even with iconic tools we've used on the channel, along with another new interface, the dark interface that we all love, so you can choose between the light or dark version, alright? With a great theme, the so-called Windows 13 that's all over the internet, but fully Marori complete, integrated, and without any bugs when opening or closing Windows. That's going to be awesome, okay? Because as I said, you have to handle these themes very carefully, really, really carefully. Because if you don't, you might end up with some fonts or texts that are invisible. And it looks bad. It really does. It looks unpleasant, honestly. However, if you know how to do it right, plus what we're going to add, that's it. And the resource usage, guys, how was it? Really, if you notice, with the changes in the number of processes, how many did we have? How many threads? Do you remember? Did it go up or down? Why did it go down? Did it go down? Well, tell me in the comments. The RAM, did it go down or up? Why did it go down? We had 6 and something, remember? Yes, we had 6 and something. Well, that's because we're using a certain mode within what's called legacy mode or combined with a pixel by pixel EFI interface. If you don't know what any of that is, I invite you to become a member because you'll really understand why it's called that. And why we get better performance just by having styled the taskbar, start button, and file explorer. It looks nice and doesn't lose performance. On the contrary, we actually gain performance. Why is that? Well, that's part of the members section, okay? We're wrapping up. Don't forget to share this with a good friend. It could save their life. I'm your friend, Victor Sanchez. We'll be seeing each other. Until next time.